and there is an increase of demand and there is a decrease of supply, etc., etc. And before we put all our strategies and our techniques to work, we need to have at least from an intraday perspective a good idea about where the market is placed vis-a-vis the structure. So if on the order flow, you start with a 30-minute order flow, but the recommendation is always put up a market profile chart first and see where it is. So we'll do that right away. We'll just walk through a correct process to apply as we go about the business of trading the markets. I'll start with the Nifty, and we'll repeat this for the bank Nifty as well. So always the market profile chart first. And what we do in the market profile chart is we look at where the market is trading today with respect to where it traded yesterday. Now of course the previous week and the previous month and where we are on the yearly cycle also matters. But for us because we are taking trades between 9:15 and 3:30 p.m., the most important factor is where we are trading today with respect to where we traded yesterday. So which is why we ask you to make a note of value area of yesterday or POCs of yesterday, so that you understand that the market is putting so much demand and supply today relative to yesterday. You can take a bias on where it should be. So to put this together, yesterday the market came up to about 19,435, and that is evidence even in this L over here. This was late in the afternoon. The market came up over here and there was no visible demand coming up here at these highs. So this was the context whether it wanted to push higher. And we spoke about the responsive buyers in the tape, but responsive activity should be followed up by initiative activity. And initiative activity, the best places to look for is above VWAPs, above value area highs, above POCs, and generally as a confirmation above the highs of the previous day's profile. So into the open today, this was the reference, and we didn't really see a lot of demand, and there was a short term pullback which came right up to that VWAP of yesterday. And there was also a small HVN which was created here, and we pulled back to that point in B, and the market is now auctioning up over here. So this is what brings you to the market. Now you go into this view and you look at the order flow chart of the same instrument once you're done with the profile. And like I said, you start with a 30-minute profile. Now this breaks it down from the daily to a hourly or a half hourly chart, a 30-minute chart. Now for structure, I'll recommend PPR of 2 for a 30-minute chart, but for a 3-minute chart, stay with a PPR of 1. So if you look up over here, as the market is trading these highs over here, 19,430, 428, 430, you want to pass this with a lot more greens. And even at the open today, as the market moved into this zone, there wasn't a lot of green over here. So one way you would know for sure that the market is taking out a previous reference area is to watch all these clusters. We call these imbalances in the order flow, but they can be evidenced as clusters also. And generally at highs or highs of the session, or at big reference lines like naked POCs, etc., you want to see, if you're looking to buy into the market, you want to see a cluster of greens over here, right? At the same time, if the market is going down, and you think that level is a very big important level, then in the order flow you have to see a cluster of reds. That will be the way you will know that the market is going lower. So for instance, yesterday also in the A period, this is yesterday's activity in the A period. Yesterday at around 9:15, there wasn't a lot of demand at the open, and the market proceeded to drift lower, and we were into a put. But just at the day lows yesterday, all this demand came in. I thought this was gonna be temporary booking, and thought that the seller could come back around that 19355 odd zone we were discussing live in the audio also yesterday. But he proceeded to initiate more, and the market stayed above that, right, 19350-55 for the rest of the day. And this is history, but and it's not important to what we are doing right now. But what is important to know is that if the market is proceeding down, this green should not be there on screen. Okay, if you're looking to see more supply, you will see a cluster of reds inside over here, and that will tell you, okay, stay into this position. Now the best way to visualize this is on the 30-minute chart, because you're giving the market a lot more rotations and a little bit more time to see its effect. If you're going to see, okay, these clusters, okay, in a 3-minute time frame, that's too short a time frame to know what the auction is actually doing, and you'll not be able to visualize it clearly. Like, this is a 3-minute chart. Okay, you may see, okay, those reds coming in, but you have to see, okay, some rotations and effective control, okay, shown by buyers and sellers over a slightly bigger time frame than a 3-minute or a 5-minute, which is why, okay, the recommended setting, okay, for a view of market structure and, okay, the imbalances is a 30-minute time frame, where you get to see a lot more of these in detail, right? So this should set aside all those questions about, is the market finding new demand at this level, is the market finding new supply at this level, how do I know, okay, that this particular level, okay, which I think on my charts is a good support, is finding support, okay, at that level, or the market is getting demand at that level. You just, okay, have to tune into a 30-minute chart, and you would have all those questions answered, okay, for you, right? Now the second thing, okay, which you look for in a 30-minute order flow chart is the positioning of the POC, the point of control, right? And you can also, okay, see the green line in the charts. That would be the VWAP. A hover over would tell you, okay, where these VWAPs are. These are VWAPs of the bar. Okay, and if you just hover over the green line, okay, you would get that. And these things, the yellow, the boxes are your POCs of that particular day. Now if you are looking to get into a long position in the market, the positioning of this POC is very, very important. If this POC is at the top of the bar, you don't want to get into a long position, or you would get into a long position when the market is suitably above that POC on a 30-minute profile. Now these are little bits and pieces, but if you put them together, it will help you time the market. It will help you to take that decision about whether, okay, I should enter into a trade or not, right? So always remember, okay, the position of the POC, ideally for a bar, ideally, and this is an ideal situation, it's in the center of the bar, and price is, okay, moving up above the bar for a buyer. And ideally for an IS, or you're looking to buy puts into the market, this POC is again in the center of the bar, and price is, okay, much below that POC when you're looking to initiate trades in the market. So this 30-minute POC, very, very important, and try to, okay, to make maximum use of it. The same thing, okay, you can say, okay, for the VWAP, but between the VWAP and the POC, I would place more importance to the POC. Why? Because the POC is the largest concentration of volume. The VWAP is the average of all the volume which was traded. Okay, the averages, okay, do not really make a lot of sense, okay, in our business. Okay, the majority of trade where it happened, okay, is more important for us. So just that minor distinction between knowing VWAPs and POCs pay a little bit more importance to the POC of the bar. And the third thing is, you would not see, okay, a lot of zeros and all, okay, in the 30-minute chart, but you can still, okay, see this as a confirmation or presence of demand or supply, right? So you'll see this, okay, zero at the top, and you'll see the zero at the bottom. That means, okay, this is a fulfilled bar. There was no demand, okay, in this 30-minute time frame above 19430, neither was there good supply at 19382. The zeros are best visualized in a 3-minute bar setting. So for that, okay, I'll recommend, okay, that you move into a 3-minute bar setting. But instead of 1 0, or focusing your attention on 1 0, I like to see a confirmation of 3 or 4 at the bottom or the highs to tell me really okay whether the market has got demand or supply. 1 0 okay may come in. Okay, for instance, this is the best setting okay for it, a 3 minute bar setting, and 1 0 okay may come in okay in and out all the time. It still tells you okay that there is no demand, like this bar has no demand, this bar okay has no demand, this bar has no demand, no demand over here. Two zeros are coming, but here okay the market okay suddenly okay gets in and shows you a little bit more supply. Classic example of that was when we took that trade, I saw those zeros coming in. So this is a setting, okay, which I want you to remember for as long as you trade on order flow. Proper signal, okay, which comes in, okay, most of the time, okay, you will see this kind of a setting show up. So the market, okay, was banging against that 19435 level. We marked it as a reference line, and it continued, okay, to show zeros to me. And I was quietly watching to see if there was some kind of selling, okay, which is coming in over here. It came. The confirmation of that okay was evidence to me in these zeros, right? This is absolutely okay, no demand in the tape. And if I see three or more of that along with a prior sell number, now I know okay that the seller is initiating into the market, right? So this was a telltale sign okay that you could go and buy puts, and that put was about 123 124, and I recommended okay that you get in at about 125 later on in that, and you saw how quickly it moved, because it showed you okay that there was an absence of demand and the market made over there. Just take a memory note of this, because these kind of events okay would repeat in the future. And again, right down here, this was actually forming into an IS bar, and we did book okay about 50% of the profits over here. But later on, as it moved lower, you can see these three zeros again. The same rules apply. There was no supply over here at 19382, and the three zeros would tell you okay that the supply had gone out of the market, and as a result, from 382 okay the market is risen down to about 19406 right now, right? 19410 right now. So there is okay definitely okay no evidence of supply. So what we are trying to do over here, by focusing on an order flow chart, we are taking that guesswork out of the market. So instead of saying okay this line is a support or this line is a resistance, we are letting order flow lead us into it. And if you can train yourself to read okay the scope of the market or the structure of the market and the flow, the demand and supply of the market okay very well, you will eliminate okay those guessworks and those darts okay which you throw at market. So what we are doing over here is we are moving ourselves from a 50-50 probability scenario of a trade to about a 75 to about 80-85% probability of success in that trade. No trade is going to give you a guaranteed 100% return or a probability that this would okay work out 100% in your favor. But if you can bring those odds from about 50% probability, which is one half, and which is what okay the majority of the market trades today, with added information and sharper information, you bring those odds to about 80 to 85% over the period of 12 months. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen in about 1 or 2 days, but over the period of 12 months, if you give yourself enough time, you will suddenly see okay that your account is becoming prosperous, it's becoming green. You're removing all the stupidity from the market, you're taking more intelligent trades in the market. You're being a little bit more patient, you're waiting for the market to come to you, and over a period of 12 months, that's going to translate into bigger results for you, right? So that's that, guys. And one more thing, okay, just quickly okay about order flow, I want to cover a little bit about options also and Fin Nifty also. Just one more thing, okay, about order flow. Whilst we are looking at order flow chart, not all the information coming in from the order flow is going to be alike and similar every single day. So there are different modes of play every single day. Like you say in cricket, no, every single pitch is different. So you take okay a T20 game in one day, and the same team goes and plays T20 because the pitch is different. The mode of batting, the mode of bowling, everything changes. So same thing, okay, we say for our markets, every day is different, and every day the order flow picture is gonna be different. But there are gonna be times, as you get good at this business of trading order flow, there are gonna be times when you would know that this is 100% a sure short signal, or I should not use the word 100%. You would know, okay, for a fact, okay, that this signal, okay, is giving you that, 90% edge, and you'll be able to give a little bit. You'll be able, okay, to just know, okay, that this is a higher quality trade. And once, okay, you recognize that and you get those kind of trades coming in, the reward, okay, from those kind of trades are sweet. One such trade, if you take, can make up for an entire month also, right? So look out for it. That is the beauty of trading order flow. This is why, okay, I've been glued, okay, to order flow, because I know, okay, that there is a certain, okay, element in the order flow, and at a certain time, okay, and if you're there, okay, on the screen at that point of time, and the trade pops up, that one trade can make up, okay, for an entire month of trading business. Just that one trade, okay, it could be that quick 100 point move. It could be, okay, you deciding to go, okay, with additional, okay, 3x or 4x, okay, of your size. But you know that the information is right, demand and supply, okay, is there, and the order flow has generated, okay, that little window for you, okay, to time that entry. So keep an eye out for those trades. Those are the kind of trades, okay, which have kept me going over the past few years, and I know that they come and they are evidenced in the order flow, and you will be able to spot them with time. You will be able to see those kind of trades, and one of those trades coming in even, okay, twice a month or three times a month should make up, okay, for the entire month. Okay, now let's move back to where we